Good morning. The first part is not even closely related to the readings of the day. It's about a dream. I had a dream last night. Sounds familiar, but not for a Catholic minister. Could be a Protestant minister. I had a dream. Now, I had a dream. I went up to heaven. I saw my mom. Was I so glad to see my mom? But my mom, looking at me, asked something I was wearing. I had a mask on. And my mom was saying, "What is that?" Clearly, heaven does not have 5G's capabilities in their social media. But my point here is this. How I wish I would win lotto, and then I would buy all of us here for St. James Church the vaccine, so that all of us can be vaccinated. 5 Saturday, 7:30 Sunday, 9 Sunday, 10:30, and the 12th. Because my doctor told me that all of us are vaccinated, we can take away our mask. Sounds good, because I'm tired of wearing mask. But until then, we have to wear our mask for our safety. That's the first point. The second point is the readings of the day. I've been fascinated by what I read about Nicodemus. Nicodemus was a wealthy man, influential in Jerusalem, and yet he would come and talk to Jesus under cover of darkness. In a way, Nicodemus is pretty much like us. We want to be Christians, but we cannot fully accept Jesus into our hearts. Look at us. We cannot even pray a prayer in our offices, in our school. Remember that? Pretty much like Nicodemus. And yet Nicodemus had done a lot for Jesus. When he was in trial, he helped him out. When he was buried, he actually took the expenses of Joseph of Arimathea for the embalmment and for the burial of Jesus. But Nicodemus, the mind of Nicodemus was half open, pretty much like us. We don't fully accept Jesus in our life. Now, from here, I'd like to turn that into a teaching moment, apply that in what we do, and relate that to what we are doing. During Lent, we have religious practices such as almsgiving, right? We have prayer, right? And we have fasting. But all this are what we call as pathways. Pathways to what? To a close relationship with our God. Because that's exactly the meaning of why we are doing, including our coming to church on a Sunday. We want to be close to our God. Like what we do during Lent. And then let me apply that to the situation. First Sunday, I talked to you about giving up things, such as I'm giving up eating ice cream, chocolate, what have you. And some of you have actually asked me, are you against that practice? No, I'm not. What I am trying to say, instead of giving up something, things that we like, do the good work. That was what Jesus wants us to do. If you want to be close to Jesus, follow what he did. Truly what he did. Right? And on this sense, I'd like to apply that to what I have spoken for the 5 p.m. Mass Saturday, 7:30, and the 12 Masses last Sunday. It's about my invitation to attend the Friday devotion. What is the Friday devotion during Lent? It's praying of the Station of the Cross. Come and join us. Learn the lesson of the prayer of the Station of the Cross. I myself learned that from my mom and my grandma. My grandma insisted that she would walk. She was in a wheelchair, but she would walk. Her simple reason, she wanted to know the pain and the sorrow of Jesus as he walked on his way to the cross. I tell you what, my first trip to Jerusalem, and then when I said finally the Station of the Cross, in the actual route where Jesus walked on his way to the cross, I remember my grandma, what my grandma taught me. The importance of the cross. That's what Jesus told Nicodemus, remember? He was talking about the cross that seems like a cross in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. In the Old Testament, when you go home, try to read the book of Numbers, chapter 21. Then you will actually see that in the Old Testament, when the Israelites were in the desert, they were dying. Many of them died, bitten by serpent. And Moses took a bronze image of a serpent and told them that as you look at the serpent, the brazen serpent, you will live. You will be healed. And then he likened that to the cross. If we look at the cross, it's not just living, it's having a life without end. Be in close relationship with Jesus. That's what it is, what we do. So I'd like you to come. But as you come to learn to like the prayer of the Station of the Cross, bring along with you your kids. That's why I'm looking at two kids, one. Yes, there are some kids around here. I'd like you to bring them over. Teach them how to like Station of the Cross. As I said, I learned that Station of the Cross through my mom and my grandma. I want you to teach them our prayers as Catholics. That as Catholics, it's not just enough to come to church on a Sunday. We have other prayers that we need to learn. And as for me, praying the Station of the Cross, it gives me renewal of my faith, strength of what I have to go through, the pain and the sorrows of being a Catholic. To learn what this cross is. Take a look at the cross. But let me just make a short detour. Have you ever thought of looking at Jesus wearing a mask on the cross? Sometimes I would come in the afternoon alone, and then I would look at the cross, and I would imagine, what if Jesus would wear a mask, just like the rest of us? But forget about it. We go back to the point of the cross. I want you to learn the meaning of what the cross in our life. I want you to learn the pain and the sorrow of being a Catholic, being a mom, being a dad. I want you to learn and teach that to the young ones, because they too need to be taught about who Jesus is. But our end goal here is to be close to our God. Why do we need to be close to our God? Because that's the only reason with closeness to God we are allowed, we can actually receive the love and the mercy of Jesus.